What can we do? What will we do? What are you going to do, King? What are you going to do, Queen?
Sandra Bland resonated so much, I think, because she was an activist. You know what I mean? This was an instance where we had someone who was very conscious of police brutality, was speaking out about police brutality, and then became a public victim of police brutality. And I think it was part of what was so deeply unnerving about that was because we were asking ourselves aloud, we were asking the question, who will be next? Will I be a hashtag? I mean, these were things we were vocalizing. And then we see that actually come and manifest.
We still want justice for her. We still want justice for so many women, so many Black women who have been brutalized, traumatized, raped, murdered by the hands of an oppressive system. And what she did for the movement and continues to do for the movement is just shed a light on the fact that this happens to Black women, that Black women are targeted and attacked, such as our male counterparts.
I think the other thing that struck people about Sandra Bland, of course, was the fact that she was a woman. Now, we should know that women are victims of police brutality. I mean, some of the main victims of police brutality are the wives of police officers, but nobody wants to have that conversation. Out of that tragedy, there is something important, you know what I mean, which raised that awareness. We had to keep saying, say her name. Like, you have to recognize that there are women out here who are also being victimized. And I think that Sandra Bland really stands out in that way because she, you know, God bless her, maybe not in the way that she had intended, but she definitely stirred and struck people, struck a chord and stirred and awakened a lot of people.
The fact of Sandra Bland being pulled over, the subsequent berating that she had at the hands of the police, the violation of her civil liberties, and then the fact that she stood up for herself in a way that any normal human would do, resulted in her subsequent arrest and then death at the hands of the state, is the worst form of violence from the very people whose job it is to protect and serve.
Seeing someone who posted about me wind up dead in a prison cell, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Like, I think I'm still processing that. I think we're all still processing that.
She could have been me. After her passing, I went back looking at a lot of her videos, the truth she spoke. She was unapologetic, and I appreciate that about her.
And I know that she carried in her body, in her bones, the suffering of her people, and her memory carries us on. And so she joins a great hall of saints, and I celebrate her life.
But I find a lot of inspiration in Sandra Bland. I find a lot of inspiration in her mother, in her mother's crusade, in her mother's words. I think Sandra Bland continues to, I don't know what other word to use other than haunt, and I don't necessarily mean that in either a negative or positive sense. But her case is haunting. Her case is haunting because there's so many unanswered questions. We're not satisfied. I'm not satisfied, and I know that no one is satisfied right now with where things are at.
And so when there's no justice, there is no peace. And when there is justice, all the people rejoice, not just the righteous. So what Sandra Bland's death and her life reminds us to do is to live well.
We want justice for us all. And until Sandra and so many other sisters get their justice, then we'll keep fighting. And I'll keep fighting.
She's a martyr of the faith, and she's a martyr for her people. And so I'm thankful for her life and her legacy, and we haven't forgotten you, Sandra Bland. Thank you for being our angel.
So my kings and queens, I challenge you today. Go out there, do something great to establish your kingdom, your queendom. Hope you all are having a great day. Love you guys.